You look a mess, my friend.
I'm not going to allow beef to zoom in
Yes.
on this like jacket top I have. It's filthy. I look like a dead
little
gum. I mean, I look like I sit around and just spill stuff on me. Maybe I do.
Maybe you do. I don't know. Well, you're a pet owner, so that's always an adventure.
Is it? No, none of this is pet. Oh, do I have maybe some
I
cat
thought maybe
hair or
that's
something
like
on
some
me?
fur. I always have like rogue cat hairs all over my clothes.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
This is
Especially anything that's
filthy.
black.
I'm embarrassed to be wearing this.
Always seems to have.
Can't tell from a distance. That's what matters.
Always seems to have an ode a Mookie. That's
Yeah.
my black and white cat. That her fur gets everywhere.
Cats do
welcome
shed. I mean, I would hate to have a cat allergy. I'd have to get rid of my cat.
I've got two,
I like my cat.
I love them dearly, but I'm looking forward to no longer having them.
You are? I don't mind the cat. I can keep the cat forever. The dog, yeah, it's a lot of work, especially when you get to be my stage and you get to be finally. Maybe some people look at empty nest with a longing heart. I look at it as it's a party central, baby. Empty nest. Yes.
Yeah.
So
like with a 5-year-old and now
Right.
a recently crawling baby, just beat it. Beat it, cats.
well, and that's the thing too. You don't really have time to
No.
devote a lot of attention to that. Whereas at my stage now, it's
A cat would be awesome.
Pretty
At the empty nest.
My kids, my boys are going on a. They're 20. I say boys. My young men are going on a cruise. They leave today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where,
They turn 20
together?
with a couple other people.
like as a
One's
group,
got
like-
his girlfriend. The other one's
Nice.
got a couple friends. Well,
Nice.
they got a few people going.
They're at that age where cruising is
They
like
turn
that.
24 tomorrow. So, yeah, shout out if you're on the Carnival Liberty. You might want to steer clear.
Steer clear.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
If you see two,
Like any
you're not,
good- like-
you're not so drunk that you're seeing double.
Well,
it's the Prosser twins.
like any good parent, with my boys turning, with their birthday on the cruise, I, of course, any good parent, for their birthday, I got them the drinking package. Of course I did, right?
guy.
Right, I mean, if
the
you're a
gift that
kid,
keeps on
right,
giving.
if you're a kid and your parents are even going to recognize your birthday at the age of 24, and you're going to, isn't that the perfect one?
That's exactly what you want.
That's exactly
you
what
don't
you
want to pay
want.
for yourself.
And by the way, when you go on the cruise drinking package and, it's unlimited, I mean, look, you can only drink, you do other things.
Right.
It's just nice to be able to walk up to
It's
the bar and get
it's
it.
really
and
the
be done.
convenience of it.
It's the convenience of it.
Just
It
be able
really
to walk
is.
up with your little
Correct.
thing and be like,
not paying and
Right,
doing
it's a
all
whole
that,
deal,
doing all
whole
that stuff.
rigmarole.
So there's
Yeah.
that. But
I would, yeah.
I digress. We had a lot of quirky, interesting things happen this weekend.
Yes.
Among the favorites I like, we had the little old lady at the Ole Miss basketball.
I thought it was great. It's
84 years old.
Yeah.
And they put a golf ball down on one baseline. They put a golf hole on the other baseline, and she made the putt.
Yeah.
I may have seen she was the first one to make it, by the way, at Ole Miss's thing.
94 feet, got a car.
Got a car. So that
for
was
her.
one thing that was just
Incredible.
crazy. My favorite story of the entire weekend, in part because I didn't know the rule, but I guess did you know this in the NHL that this even was a thing?
The emergency goalie?
Yeah.
Yes.
When it wasn't like a AAA. You'd think that the emergency goalie would be like a guy who travels with a team or something.
It's always some dude.
It's just some guy. It's like when you get, how like sometimes in golf tournaments, say a player pulls out or whatever, they have to let the first guy play with a marker.
Right.
So some local guy gets to go play. It happens at the Players sometimes.
Yeah.
A local guy or at the Masters, there's a guy who's really good at the Masters, and sometimes will even beat the pro he's playing with. Well, in the NHL, apparently they have a guy on site.
Yeah.
In this case, he was the Zamboni driver for the Maple Leaf Arena.
Yes.
Who, and it rarely happens, but if both goalies for one team get hurt, this guy puts on the pads and goes in and plays goalie in a real, and it counts in a real NHL game.
Correct.
The crazy thing is they won.
They won, and he got credit for the win.
He got credit for the win.
Yeah,
And he got dotted. Like he went in and they scored their first two shots. They scored on him,
and then he settled down.
Yeah, and they didn't give up anything in the third. And I don't know. I thought that was.
I think
a cool story.
it was probably helpful being up, 6-1. So it's like even after giving up a couple, like you still have a 3 cushions.
I didn't know that. I thought they.
Yeah, I think they ended up winning the game like 6-3.
I thought he
6-3 final.
Yeah, but I thought that they made it to like 4-3 though.
Maybe.
I don't think it was 6-1 and went 6-3. I think it was like still in the game. But.
Maybe I misread it. But yeah, the emergency goal is weird. That's a weird quirk of a.
And it count. I mean, you got to put it just an amateur. I mean, this isn't even like a hockey, like a college hockey player. It's just some.
Right, he was 42 years old.
It's a Zamboni driver. It's crazy. That's like make a movie out of that.
And those guys, like the emergency goalies, they're not on the bench. Like they sit up in the press box and just kind of kick it, eat some food, and if God forbid they call your number, you run down.
It's probably an awesome job because it's an awesome job if you're the guy because you get to go to all the games for free.
Right.
But you probably never would think you're actually going to go. I wonder how many, like through the years, how many emergency goalies have been put into play.
It's very rare. It happens. I know it more closely because it happened with the Blackhawks a few years ago.
Yeah.
Where they had to use their emergency gun.
Gotcha.
And it was a local guy, it was a Chicago guy who was in Chicago, and he was like a Blackhawks fan. He got to play for the Blackhawks, and it was like a dream come true.
He stopped them all, right?
Yeah, he came in with he blocked like 8 or 9 shots and like shut them out.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. On top of that, everybody's been buzzing about Fury Wilder, and the fight this weekend.
That
I
was
think
awesome.
You're right, though. I think there's more buzz about this than any pay-per-view fight that was a legitimate fight that didn't feel like a sideshow.
Well, and I'll tell you something else. You've also hit a home run with a fight if the fight is pretty much dominated by one guy, yet it's still entertaining.
Right.
And maybe it was just because you know that the threat of Deontay Wilder just landing a right hand, even if he looks like he's getting beat up pretty good, because of that threat, it keeps you engaged. Or I don't know why it was, but, for 7 rounds, Tyson Fury just leaned on and beat up Deontay Wilder, who had never lost and who was, known to have a powerful right hand. I think he had like 41 knockouts out of his 43
And
fights.
that keeps it interesting because at this point...
Because it can always happen.
What's
your chance?
It takes one, just 6-1. You just got to land one and you're back in it.
But the pay-per-view, the gate, so tickets bought at the arena broke the heavyweight record of all time. The pay-per-views looks like they're ending up with even more than they hoped for. It looks like they're going to get over 2 million. And it has put boxing back into a spotlight that now there's another really good heavyweight who owns titles in a couple of the other other services, ranking services. So
it's been a little bit.
There'll be this Fury and this guy's named Anthony Joshua, and they'll put them together, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
It's been a little bit since a fight like this has had some buzz that it wasn't, like Mayweather McGregor had buzz.
But it was like a circus show. Yeah, the last heavyweight
Mayweather Pacquiao fight felt like
it was boring.
They're going through the motions.
Now, the last heavyweight fight that had any kind of attention, I guess, would have been. Somebody disagrees. Would have been like Tyson Lennox Lewis, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know when they fought. I kind of feel like that was kind of it for Tyson after that one. He was lost to him a couple of times.
Yeah,
but
they were big draws, and you never felt like Tyson didn't have a chance against Lewis again because all it takes is one with Tyson. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to see the fight game kind of get some buzz.
And we'll see where they go from here. But
so tomorrow and the rest of the week we'll catch up with Hayes Carline in Indianapolis up at the scouting combine, which starts in earnest today. Players getting measurements, and they'll start doing drills tomorrow and all that jazz. So it'll be we'll see who the next Jags are.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the quest.
Yeah, see, look, it's especially important this year because they have so many picks.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, so our
hit on most.
Our coverage will begin live from Indy with the reports from Hayes Carline all week long, starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, Googans. We love you. I almost fell off my chair, but I did not because I'm an athlete.